welcome to today's video. I am not very familiar with recording videos. I usually do live streams. With that being said, I just wanted to show off some of my collection today, some of the older stuff that might not have like recorded evidence for people to look into. So I just wanted to show off these old games and some other little things from Generation 1 or Generation 2. I'm not entirely sure which generation this one is. I believe it's Generation 1. With that being said, I do have some older ones that I'm going to grab really fast. Alright, so while rummaging around for these, I also found some old catalogs that I want to look through as well. But this is the super vintage Littlest Pet Shop set that I own. So before we get into this, I just wanted to show off my super old ones. The top can open. This was, I believe 1990 something is when these ones came out. Trying to get my camera to focus here. All of the pets had these little collars on them. This is like super old Littlest Pet Shop stuff. These ones, come on, focus. There we go. It's got a little collar for that one. This set came with a tiny little water bottle feeder that just kind of hangs on the side there. And this little guy, same silver collar. He had a little rolly ball so he could roll on his wheel. And this is back when their logo, and I wish that there was a better way to show you that wasn't reversed. Can't tell how to make it easier to see. Their logo looked like that. I might have to flip this in a mirror to properly see it, but this was back before they had this style. I've got, oh, there we go, that's better. There's their oldest logo that I know of. So I'm not sure if this is considered Generation 1 or not. I've got some really old foods. And I believe these to be part of it too, because of that little signature paw stamp that they added to a lot of their stuff. So this is the oldest collection of Littlest Pet Shops that I have. I don't typically collect these ones though. I'm more into the farther generations. Just wanted to show these off as well. I was just going to put them away and I saw that they came out in 1992, so that's interesting. I hope that that's accurate. Alrighty, so getting into the more interesting stuff to me personally, I want to start with the old catalogs that might be very nostalgic for a lot of people. I have a few of these catalogs still around. I love the art from this era. It has the online game still on here. The game is long shut down, but I used to play it when it was up. It was very fun. Let's see what pets were around. I love looking through these catalogs and just seeing all of the ones that were out. I don't remember these being that old, and I'll show you in farther detail all of these. This one isn't the oldest catalog that I have. The oldest one is this one here, and we'll get to that. But, oh, this is very long. Let me unfold all of it here, and we'll just go through bit by bit. This is going to be a very lengthy video, showcasing all of the things as best I can. I loved this era because it's very hard to hold this, sorry. It had all of the eye, as you can see, the eye shapes were determined by their personality type. The ones with the little flowers were the cuddliest. I have quite a few of these. Then we had the fanciest with the diamond-shaped eyes. Littlest, it's a fun one, with the little 3 dots. I remember having this one, and I have this one here with me right now, and I'll show him off when we get to the Go Fish game. And then we have, so I want to make sure that I show everything so people can pause at any point. And then we have Sportiest and the Grooviest Pets over here, which were very interesting. HasbroToyShop.com. This offer expires December 31st, 2008. So this is quite old. That's very cool though. This was my most active era of Littlest Pet Shops, personally. Oh, let's look on the back here. And it is at this point that I'm realizing this video is going to be about an hour long. We've got the treehouse. Very cool. I didn't even know that it came with that hammock. That's very cool. This is why I like looking through the old stuff, because you get to see what it was supposed to look like before it got destroyed. I had this playset growing up, the little zoo. Got a little garden tea set. This was the era when they had the little stuffed animals, which is cute. They were trying to replicate another toy brand around this era, Webkins, I believe, and you could redeem a code and play it digitally, which is cool. They had little keychains for their teeny tiny one. I actually have this set with me as well. I wish that I could just spend like 12 hours just showing you guys everything, trying to catalog everything. We have the diary, Tamagotchi pets. I have one of these diaries to show you guys today as well. I would love to get a little Tamagotchi. That's so cute. And a digital pen. I didn't even know that they made these. That's so cool. Look, it's got a little like Tamagotchi screen on it. That's very cool. I love looking through all of these old things. We've got party goods, little paper plates and napkins, books, stationery, and activity sets. My goodness, I wish that they had these cataloged somewhere. Apparel and accessories, oh my gosh. Look at those shirts, they're so cute. And this bag, oh my gosh. That is fantastic. I've never even seen these two. I didn't know that they made them. That's very cool. So that was our first catalog. I'll just fold that up here and we'll go on to the next one. Okay, moving on to the next oldest catalog that I have. This one's a little bit messier. It's a little harder to show. It's one piece. So we're gonna try to unfold it here as best we can. Alrighty, so this one has 2 sides. I'm going to try to get this one in frame as much as possible, but it has a poster on this side, which is very, very cute, very, very cool. I want to try to show off all the little parts. I'm not sure what most of these sets are called. I wasn't very old when this era came out. I have this cat with us today, and I have the Get Better Center that I want to show off in this video as well. I've got this little race car, a little cat on the beach, very, very cute. And on the other side, if we just flip it over, we have all of the Generation 1 pets, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We've got, oh good, it says all of these down here for me, which is very nice, but we'll go through those in a moment. I'm going to try to show off the whole catalog as best I can. Lots and lots and lots of pets. I have a decent few of these, and I'll show the bottom as well. This is just so people can pause and see what pets they had growing up. This is a nostalgia video. We've got the little Get Better Center, which is very cute. I've got this little iguana, and I'm going to show him in this video as well. The Little Lovin' Pet Playhouse. I have never seen one of these with the fish still intact. I feel like when people donate them, that's the first thing to go. It's like finding a set with all the doors on it. You just can't. They're all torn off. Merry Mice. I love this mouse. He's very cute. The Fancy Friends. I love the little hammock. Very cute. The Pet Pairs and the Portable Pets, which I think was a very fun era. This one we got through a lot faster than the other one. I'm going to try to fold it back up now. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. And then we've got one last catalog, and this one isn't as old, but I figured I'd show it regardless. I think it's just cool to look through other people's collections. Man, that is so loud. It makes so many crinkly sounds. Just to see. Check the box next to every pet you collect. Be sure to look for the ones marked special edition. Very, very cute. These ones are so colorful, and I noticed that this era, I'm not sure if this was Generation 2 or Generation 3. I didn't look it up, but this one has a lot of sticker eye pets, which is very interesting. Oh, it's a booklet. I haven't fully looked through these myself. There are so many sticker eyes. Look at this octopus. They look so janky. Yeah, like half of these have sticker eyes. I was never too big of a fan of the ones with stickers. I love the postcard pets. They were these special edition, super detailed pets. I have quite a few, and they would come from like all around the world with a little postcard, a little accessory. I thought that they were very cute. I love looking through old catalogs. It just makes me so happy. I hope that some nerdy adult is out there, or kid, however old you are. I hope that this brings you joy. I love looking at the triplet pairs. It's kind of hard to show this page. There's a lot of reflection. I have these 3 dogs here. We've got the paw-powered cruiser, which is very cute. It includes a little hamster. We've got they tried to do a play on word and I can't pronounce that. Patriplets, I think. But they would come in little sets of 3. Very cute. We've got the Littlest Pet Shop online. It's got an official name now. And it's got a little screenshot of what the game looked like, which is really cool. I wish that we could still play these. They're very fancy. I think I had this penguin stuffed animal too. Very cool. And then look for these other great Littlest Pet Shop products. We have more apparel. Very cute. Books and paper, backpacks. That would be so cool to have. and video games, lots of DS games and Wii games. I think that that's pretty cool. I want to see if it has 2009 Hasbro. Right there. Very nice. So I had to abruptly stop. I saw this and I freaked out. And I had to go grab some. So this was very special. You would get a little sticker book, little sticker diary, and every time that you bought a Littlest Pet Shop thing, they would give you a sticker. You'd get a little sticker, like in your purchase, and you'd send in your sticker book with 8 stickers to get an exclusive pet. And apparently it was only valid in the US, which is kind of sad. It expired in 2010, and I have this little platypus and a couple other male exclusives that I wanted to show. So this is the little platypus from the booklet. They are one of my favorites. I was so excited getting these in the mail. He's got a little scratch on him, little mark. These have been very heavily loved throughout the years. I really love the platypus mold, and I'm kind of sad that they didn't bring them back. But I got this one from the mail. I also got this elephant, and sadly I did not care for this elephant, and so I painted over him, and this is my restoration, trying my best to get all of the paint back off. I fully painted him, and then I realized that he was an exclusive, and I got really upset, and so I tried to get all the paint off, and I did do the best job, but I didn't want to use any strong like paint remover, so that's as good as that elephant's gonna get. But I did get him in the mail, and the last one is this little sparkly headed rooster. He's a little filthy. All of them have been played with and loved throughout the years. But I loved this little rooster. He was really cool. I liked showing him off to my friends. I know that the newest generation has re-released him just without the little sparkly head, so you can technically get this one. And then in the same vein of the postcard pets, I don't know where any of these ones were from, but I just wanted to quickly show off all of the postcard pets that I have. They are very colorful, and I feel like it's a very special era because they had the fancy eyes, lots of care put into their design. This was my first ever kangaroo that I got. I just love all of the color on them. It's very fancy. I believe that this one is a postcard pet. I could be wrong though. It's very, very sparkly. I like the glitter incorporated on them too. This one is very bubbly. I wish I could tell you what countries they were all from. I think that this one was the Australian postcard pet, I believe. Got this little armadillo with lots of orange and yellow on him. Very pretty. This little ostrich, who I thought had marker on them, and they do a little bit, but this is their pattern. We'll see if he stands up. I think I'm gonna lay him down. They don't tend to stand up. I really like this crab. It's got a lot of little, like, tribal looking prints on him, which I think is very cool. And then we've got a lot of people's personal favorite postcard pet, this little panda. I don't like them too much. They're like a little bit mean. I mean, they're very pretty. Don't get me wrong. They're very pretty. But I never played with this one as a kid. They scared me a little bit. So those are all my special ones from that era. Now that we're 20 minutes into the video, I'll get to what you guys probably came here to see. We have the games. So I just barely got this one today, actually, at a thrift store. And I'm very, very excited to show them off because I know these ones are not very well documented. So I want to try to document them to the best of my ability in case anyone wants to replicate them or see what they look like. Boring terms and conditions. It's just some paw prints and some little fishies on the top. Very cute. Let's open it up. Just gonna set that up to the top out of the way. We've got all the cards. It came with this little discard card. I'm not really sure why, so we're just gonna set that off camera for a moment. It's a little distracting. And then we've got the instructions. So in the instructions we've got this. We'll see if my camera focuses on him. He's very poorly printed and a little scary looking. This little hamster guy. But it's got very well preserved instructions, which I appreciated. I think that it's very cool that these were in such good condition. They've got a really old logo, which is really cool. Everything in Spanish here. I believe it's Spanish. I hope that it's not something else because then I'll look really stupid, but there's that. We're going to set the instructions up here, and I want to show off all of the cards. So take off the rubber band there. I don't have all of the cards, but it did come with most of them. Keep in mind these were used. They're very old. They've got a little bit of bends in them. But this is the back art. It's got this little fish on him. And I wish that I could show off the little set that he came in, because I had him as a kid. And he came in a little pink fish bowl and you could fill it up with water. It was very cool. So we're going to go through all of the cards. So this is card number 1. It's a little monkey. Just going to set them up there. For number 2, we've got this little pink pig here. And I actually have some of these pets with me, so I'm going to show them off side by side. We're going to just set them down together like that. For number 3, we've got the orange fish, who I sadly no longer have. This era was very interesting in terms of the art. I feel like they were trying to figure out how they wanted it to look. I was looking through the instructions, and I believe it said somewhere on here that this was from 2016. Yep, right here. Or, yeah, 2006, not 2016. 2006 Hasbro. So this game is about almost 20 years old, I believe. I think, if I'm doing math correctly. This game is almost 2 decades old, which is very impressive that it's still got most of its pieces. Oh, and I have that little panda right here. And I want to just show him off. I believe that these are the same pets. I could very well be wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comments. We've got this little butterfly here. I think it'd be cool if I could photocopy these so people could use them, but I have no idea how to do that. This one's especially strange. It does not look like Littlest Pet Shops, to me at least. They were definitely still trying to figure out their style. And I had a butterfly that I thought was the right one, but it's not. The wings are a different color. So we'll put him back over here. We've got this little iguana here for number 8. Oh. There we go. We've got this little mouse for number 9. He's my personal favorite. We've got this kind of scary looking gerbil or hamster, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a gerbil or a hamster. For number 10. For number 11, we've got this little duckling. I'm going to set that one down there. And I have that duckling here. Different eye color though, so might not be the exact same one. I'm not sure how many of these were like prototypes that they changed, but here's number 12, and I have this little frog as well. I don't have his crown anymore, but it's very interesting to see how different the colors were. And then for number 13, I'm surprised that I don't have this ferret. I feel like this was like the poster child for this Littlest Pet Shop generation. But those are all of the cards for the Go Fish game. I also forgot, I've got this one here. I think it's him. The colors are very different, but he's got those little splotches of blue. So again, just very interesting to see how the art changed them a little bit. I wonder who this cat is. I've never seen that one before. I'm going to put this away and get it ready for the next game that I'm going to show. So that was Go Fish. And before we get to the other one, I wanted to show off some of the gimmicky pets that I have. I have this little dog from, oh my goodness, very strong magnets. I've got her little bed. I'm not really sure what era this was from, but she's very hard plastic and her head moves a bit differently. She's got some magnets on the bottom, and then she's got this little bottle, and the idea was to help them drink their food, and they have a little magnet in their nose. I think that it's a little bit weak now, but you used to be able to hold the magnet here, and there's a magnet right here and a magnet in their nose, and they would go like that and stick out their tongue and drink the little water bottle that they had. So I just wanted to show off that little gimmicky pet. I'm not sure what they're called, but I have a couple of them. I've got these cats as well. They're a little scary looking, not gonna lie. Very, very strange. But I've got those two and the dog, and I've got their bottle as well. But I got these two used, and I had this one new, so I don't have either of these guys' little bed that they came with. But that little, like, gimmicky pet was just one that I wanted to show. Thought it was fun. The other one that I wanted to show, it's a bit heavier than I remember it being, was this diary. I wanted to just show off all of the gimmicky things that I had in this video. And I feel bad that it's so long. But I have this little dog that came with it. It's got little pegs on the bottom so he can connect to those little pegs. So I'm going to set him off to the side. We've got the logo up in this corner, some little clips for some more stationery. We've got Littlest Pet Shop stationery here, and this button, I'm not entirely sure what it does, but this was a password protected diary that would lock, and then you'd have to speak your password. The back's pretty boring. It says 2008 Hasbro here. It's got a reset button in case you forget your password. But these were a pretty cool gimmicky thing. I don't feel like a lot of collectors keep stuff like this. The previous owner wrote their password on the back of the stationery, which is cute. I really like this stationery. I think it's very precious. I would love to write on it, but I can't. I love that they have the first part of the year already written out. So you can't use this in the year 3000, sadly. What a shame. But that's the little diary. Oh, it says something on the bottom here. Oh, it's the password tips. Make your password short and easy to remember. Set your password in a quiet room with no background noise. If your diary opens without asking for your password, it was not set properly. Press reset and try again. Be patient, listen to the prompt before saying your new password, and to change your password at any time, hit reset. I would love to turn this on for you and hear the little prompt. But with that being said, there's probably batteries in here. They probably have battery acid on them, so we're not going to open this up today. That's the issue with these toys. But there's a little diary that I had. Alrighty, into the bread and butter of this video that so many of you probably clicked on to see and then had to wait 33 minutes for, or just skipped to, which I would not blame you for doing. This is the Guess Who game, which is very cool. I have always wanted to see what's inside these games, and no one ever seems to, like, show them off, so I wanted to do that today. So this is the side of the box. It's got some little pets. 2007 Hasbro, so this one's a little bit older than the Go Fish game. I'm going to show off all sides of the box. Got some fancy things. This is so old looking. This font looks like something that would come out of like the 1980s, 1990s to me. More little drawings. And the last one's the horse is a little strange. Yeah, those are all four of the sides. I'm gonna open it up. I'll show you what's inside here. I looked in this earlier, and not too many things are missing, thankfully. The only thing that was missing was 2 of the cards, and I will show you these cute itty bitty little cards. But I want to show off the game boards. They're the exact same, so for today's purposes, I think we're going to show off the green ones. just because they're a little bit nicer. It's a little loud. It also comes with a blue one that's identical. And it's got the instructions here. It's got a couple little plastic pieces and what appears to be a feather. Again, got these from the thrift store used, so they're a little bit strange, a little bit filthy, but here are the instructions for those curious. I like just flipping through. I find it interesting that it's backwards. This is the front and it flips like this, like a manga. Oh, it opens. That's why. Don't mind me. It's got a lot of different languages, which is very nice. Kind of skimming through these just because they're not particularly interesting to me, but they could be to some of you, so there's that. Oh, I didn't pull it over properly. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We've got all of our little play pieces here, and this is going to take just a second for me to flip. Alrighty, so I want to go through kind of one by one as best I can, and we'll go through the cards as well. I'm going to zoom you guys in, and I'm going to turn on my secondary light. No, that's not any better. We've got the little gray owl. We've got a gray dog. An orange dog. Try to let you guys actually look at them for a second. The yellow chick. The brown bird. And the brown cat for the last row. We've got the white cat, the yellow cat, the brown bunny, the yellow bunny, the gray bunny, and the white duck for the second row. We've got the brown dog, and I must admit I've never actually seen this pet. Some of these might be specific to this game, which is interesting. Yellow horse, a gray cat, a white dog, brown monkey. If I can get this last one, it's a little broken. Let's see if I can, there we go. And an orange bird for the third row. In the fourth row, an orange bunny, who I have never seen before in Littlest Pet Shop form. Again, believe that this one was created for this game. So that's interesting. We have the orange fish, the white bunny, the yellow dog, the gray squirrel. I thought it was a skunk, but that's fine. And an orange cat for the first row. So that is the entirety of the Guess Who board, which is very fun to look at. And I think that I will leave it up just in the background. Hold on. There we go. I'm very, very glad that my set that I purchased today had all of the little pieces. I thought that that was very cool. So it's actually playable, and I think I want to play it sometime in the future on my channel with my viewers, if anyone's interested, but I have no idea. No idea if anyone will even watch this video, to be quite honest. It's an hour long. But I love these itty bitty cards. They bring me so much joy. They are so tiny. Like, I'm trying to get scale. They are about as big as the Littlest Pet Shop duck. They're very, very small. And they're just every single one of the characters that we just barely saw. I would go through every single one, but we just saw them all. The only ones that I noticed we didn't have in the entire collection were this little fish and this little skunk slash squirrel. So I don't have every single piece, but I've got most of them, which is very, very cool. And again, this one at least came with a blue board as well, and everything's the same except they have blue backgrounds instead of green. It also came with these little question mark pieces that I assume were for keeping track of your score, like it shows on the front right here. Not really sure how to put those in yet, but I'll figure it out. And also the little cards just go in that slot. So I only have 2 more things to show for this era of Littlest Pet Shop that I have. This wasn't even all the pets, this was just the little gimmicky things that I owned, and it's such a long video. So I found this at a thrift store, and I didn't think it was Littlest Pet Shop, but I saw these iconic swirls and this little bug here, and I was like, it has to be, right? It's even got a little paw right there. And I just thought that it was one of those strange toys that looks like it but isn't, and I did some digging and I found out that this was an old frog set, and the frog came with an inner tube, and I don't have that particular frog. I just got this at a thrift store, so for demonstration purposes the frog would sit in like a little inner tube in the set, and you'd push it up and it would slide down a notch, and you'd push it up and it would slide down, and then it would get the little bug. So I just thought that that was pretty cool, and I've never seen this set before, so I wanted to kind of show off what I do have. I wish that I had the little tube for it because it would be a lot more interesting, but for now this is just the little set that I have. Now for the last set, or the second to last set rather, I wanted to show off the Get Better Center that I have. I think it's a really cool set, and I know a lot of people grew up with it. I didn't, but I got it later and I can totally see why people like it so much. So there are a couple things inside that are kind of moving around, but I wanted to show off the outside first. It's got so many little swirls. I love these iconic swirls. They're very, very cool. So we're going to open it up. And I've got a couple of the pieces. I don't have all of them. These were all thrifted on separate occasions. I think I dropped something here. Yeah, there we go. So the accessories that I do have with it, I've got a little doctor's prescription and a little syringe. And I don't know if this has a specific spot, but this one here can just slide right into the side there very, very nicely. This x-ray goes in there, and I'm going to see if I have a magnet pet. I do. Perfect. Pink magnet. We're going to set him right on there, and if it works, it only works sometimes. I think it got stuck. What's supposed to happen is you slide it across and it comes up. Let me get it unstuck. There we go. So you're supposed to slide it across and it pops up just like that to give you a little x-ray of the pet. So I think that that's a cool use of the magnets. And it just slides right in there. I will show you the inside momentarily. So I'm going to just set those aside here. My favorite part of the center is this right here. I believe there's supposed to be a shelf here, but I don't have it. This will weigh your pet, which I think is really cool, and it's actually functional based off of how heavy your pet is. They sit in the chair, and it actually moves depending on how heavy your pet is, and I think that that's adorable. Very fun gimmick. Oh, the doors fallen off. There we go. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show with this set specifically were these two little lizards, and I don't know if they came with it, but I think that it's really, really neat. So they both have color changing abilities, which I personally didn't know. These orange spots on them are supposed to be like an illness, and the idea was you'd have somebody hold them in their hands like this and warm them up, and they go away with temperature. So I'll show you that right now. So I'm just gonna run this guy under some hot water. And of course, as they dry off and get a little bit colder, their spots will return like normal. The last thing I wanted to show is just this hatch does open up as like a little back door. So I was going to end this video showing off one more little building. I think that 46 minutes is plenty long. Nobody's even going to watch this. So with that, I will leave you to it. If you did make it this far, you weren't supposed to. This isn't really one of those videos that I expect anyone to actually watch. But that's really cool if you did. I hope that you enjoyed my little part one of my collection. Crazy as it is to believe, I have hours more to show. This was just the fun little old things that I have in my collection, the gimmicky things, if you will. If you want to see more of my collection in the future, just let me know and I'd be happy to show it off. This video was a lot of fun to make, and I'm very excited to go put these in my collection. Have a great rest of your day.